everybody. Thanks for joining me, Justin, here for another Trust Vibes interview on the Trust Vibes interview series. We've been gone for a little while, but we're back. We're back in a big way because today we got Carmelo Milian. Carmelo, you're the lead developer over there at Polka City. And Polka City is this awesome new venture that obviously you are steering in all kinds of interesting directions. It's the world's first 3D and AR NFT multi-chain platform and video game. I guess just go ahead and which already is blowing my mind. So I guess go ahead and start telling everybody a little bit about who you are, your background, and how you got involved with Polka City.
Thank you. First of all, thank you for having me here. I'm really glad to take part of this call and discuss more about what we're doing with TrustVibes. So yes, Polka City is basically a metaverse. It's a metaverse game where we are integrating a full economy based on the Polka token, and on the currencies and tokens from all of our partners are going to be joining the metaverse. So basically, it's a metaverse where not only Polka City will have its own NFTs and economy, but other partners are joining in and bringing their own currencies and their own economies, making Polka City a multiverse, through metaverse, unlike other metaverses that are centralized and you just go into that world and you're trapped around those walls. We are more built into making it multiple partners integration into the metaverse.
What makes this metaverse with Polka City a bit more different than all these other kind of platforms that we're hearing about? What's kind of y'all's niche?
Yeah, so I mean, there are other metaverses, like the places where you can go in and play games and earn some tokens and that kind of stuff when you play. but excuse me. But what we're doing is basically building an entire economy based on what people can bring into the table, right? So every piece that you see in the game, every car, every building, every bike, every chopper, everything that you see, boats, skateboards, everything is NFT based, and people own those. So what we did is when we first launched Polka City, right, when we started developing, we started building the NFTs that are going to be parts of that game, although those NFTs will compose the game. So we started selling those NFTs, giving people APY back, right? So most of the token percentage, right, is what we call the reserve, and that's been built specifically to pay that APY to the NFT owners. So we estimated the beta to be launched within a year of our company and release, and that's what what happened. We already have the beta within a year, and we estimate another 4 to 6 months to final release. And that's coming. We are on track, and when that happens, all of these NFTs will be integrated in the game, and they will be making money. So they not just the APY that is limited, of course, because it's a reserve. But then in the game, all those NFT will be generating income. We have Discords where people will be streaming events and charging covers. We have other partners who are coming in and having their own games. We have Chain Games, who's going to have an arcade. We have TrustVibes, which we get more into it in a little bit, which is going to be generating, it's going to be part of the Polka City economy. And what we're doing is we're having all these partners joining us, bringing their own game into Polka City, bringing their own mechanics. And in the end, what's going to happen is you're going to join the metaverse, the Polka City metaverse, and you're going to have multiple options on which way to go or what to do, play games, join other projects and that kind of thing. So everything in a metaverse.
I read that even like people can buy a cab as an NFT and make money off of taking other people's virtual selves from one location of Polka City to another location of Polka City to travel in between different events and whatnot.
Yeah, not only that, but the taxi cabs, they have advertisement on top.
Yeah.
So those advertisements will be like, if you were, if that was your website and those were your ads, we partner with ad shares. We're going to be providing all the advertisement for the metaverse. And if every time those ads are printing are in your taxi, you're getting paid for advertisement also. So it's part of, kind of bring all that real life economy. When you see a taxi in New York City with advertising, they're getting paid. So it's the same thing. It's going to happen. For that, we partner with AdShares. It's going to be, we did a partnership with Hive, which we're going to have an employment agency within Polka City. So we're going to have all these partners joining. Yes. So we're going to have all these partners joining, and they're going to have all these jobs in the metaverse, that all the people that they need to be filled. So Hive is going to be the company providing those jobs. So it's a job agency. You go there, what's available, get a job, and get your metaverse avatar a job, and to get paid, in the game economy.
So big plan picture would be that using the economy of Polka City, you could actually take people out of poverty in the economy of the real tangible world as well.
Exactly. They can get, there's no jobs in certain place. You know what? Get a job in the metaverse. Go to the Hive building in Polka City, see what's available, start working right there with your virtual self.
It's absolutely fascinating, because I don't think a lot of people think about, when they hear metaverse, they don't quite understand. They just think like it's some elaborate video game. And I don't think they've quite caught on yet to know this is something that it's a whole other marketplace that functions as
exactly
another economy to be utilized, right?
Exactly. So exactly what our goal is, to blur that line between the metaverse and real life. If you can do it in real life, how we can make it happen in the metaverse? If you were all the time in one of those kids metaverse, I call them kids metaverse, right? One of those metaverses, and like Roblox, and all these other things, you're wasting your time, and all the money that you throw into it is never coming back. So the idea is that, the time in Polka City is well spent, and that if you're going to be playing some games, if you are spending time in Polka City, that you're earning a living also. So in the end, I mean, like you said, and we have already helped some people that were very poor, and they're building homes and sending us pictures of, this is my home, thanks Polka City. Because of buying their NFTs, buying their NFTs and getting the APY and the rise of Polka City token and all of this. So I mean, we have a very happy community, growing exponentially.
And it hasn't even started.
And yes, and the game is haven't even really launched. It's beta.
Yeah,
we have it right now. If you join the beta, you'll be able to drive all the cars, which you're not supposed to. But you're supposed to drive them only when you own them. When we release, that's going to be go back to you drive the cars you own. You're going to be able to see live events now for free. Eventually, those events are going to be, ticket based, right? And you're going to be able to actually go to our art gallery, which we already have. You can submit your NFTs to in our platform, and then if you go to our art gallery, you can see the painting, the art, and you can buy it right there in the game. All those things, are the beta. Now we're adding more things, more features, more NFTs,
and adding more partnerships, such as the one with TrustVibes.
Partnerships are big. Partnerships are more important. The way we grow is with partnerships. There's only so much we can do alone.
Right.
Those partnerships are the ones that are going to complement our efforts.
Because you're incorporating other communities to make your community stronger, right?
Exactly. We not only bring other communities, but we're bringing more expertise. We're bringing, we're bringing more good people, more leadership
Mhm.
to the city.
I mean, one of the things that kind of drew me to starting to work with TrustVibes was the artist community. The same way that you're developing this whole new economy and marketplace to allow people opportunity to take advantage of
Mhm.
a new kind of economy, the same way can be done obviously for artists, which you guys are obviously doing as well. And with this new artist community that TrustVibes is beginning to harness as well, to bring up out of the smoke of all these poor artists that are just struggling to make their way.
Oh
How do
man,
you
it's
see?
amazing what you're doing. Yep.
Yeah, no. How do you see a Polka City being able to work with TrustVibes and helping develop these kinds of mechanisms that can assist artists?
Yes. Yes. So I had this vision when I had these conversations with Baron Davis. Baron Davis has very good connections with the with artists, right, and the music industry in LA. So when we were talking about doing music as NFTs and all this, that's when I found out. But wait a minute, so this TrustVibes, and they're way ahead on this part of our dream. They're way ahead of this. So I mean, I said it doesn't make sense for us to get into that space competing with who we think is leading the effort. So what a better thing to do to partner and bring both together. So what our goal is, we're going to have these virtual studios in Polka City. Basically, you go to a studio building and you see different doors: New York, LA, Sao Paulo, and Argentina, all these different places. And they actually, when you go inside of these rooms, you have a studio, a virtual studio where you can actually record. If you have good equipment at home, you can record a song and do all this with the tools that we're going to be providing. But at the same time, if you live in LA and you're in the LA studio and you want to go to an actual recording studio, that part of that studio is allied, it has an alliance with a real LA studio that you can go with to the studio and finish your production. The idea is that once you finish that, you will end up with a whole album of songs, and which each song is an NFT. And each song is an NFT. So this is then this will go to the to the TrustVibes for the city app, where we calling it ourselves here the iTunes killer. Because
Yeah, no kidding.
basically what's going to happen is when you buy songs, you can buy an album, which is a collection of NFTs, or you can buy just one NFT. Say you buy an album, a collection of NFTs, and you find yourself that you, out of 10 songs, you only listen to 3. You can sell the other songs and sell them to whoever wants them. And you keep selling all these songs, and the songs keep moving in the secondary markets while you're paying royalties all the time to the artist, to the original artist. So that moving, so the artist keeps earning and in the loop all the time. And so that's the plan. The plan is to make sure that artists do this. By the same token, we already have some artists lined up for when we launch, that they can come to Polka City studio, and let's say they record 3 songs, right? In Polka City, and they just launch 100 NFTs of each, and then those songs go to the wild. So those songs are going to be on high demand, and only 100 people at the time will own it.
Right.
So that NFT is going to grow in price. It's going to grow in price until, a musician's one song could be worth thousands, if not millions of dollars.
This virtuous studio, I mean, you start getting certain artists in there developing stuff together virtually, and it becomes kind of like one of the flagship studios that came out of Los Angeles back in the day, right? Like back in the 70s and 80s.
Exactly.
And it just becomes known as that place. And that alone will generate a certain amount of value towards the NFT or the tokenized music that's coming out of there, right?
Exactly. So I'm imagining, I mean, projects like this will be, will make Polka City growth and will be the foundation.
Mm.
At the end of the day, Polka City is going to be owned by everybody, and its value is going to be,
Mm.
unmeasurable.
I mean, obviously we're talking about music. What about movie theaters? You could even, I guess you could even have movie theaters. As a writer and actor myself, I even started working on some storylines for Meta Rebels, which is
Yeah.
the
Yep.
the new NFT launch for TrustVibes.
Mm-hmm.
And so,
Mm-hmm.
and then RJ was talking about we could make these guys into animated shows or films. I was like, we could do that. So I started
Yeah.
getting me
No,
going
check
on some
that.
script ideas.
So right now, when I on my trip to El Salvador,
Mhm.
I met there Daniel Baldwin, who was there also, and he was with this gentleman, which I'm sorry I don't remember his name, but he is the person who did the first a full-length movie as an NFT.
Really?
And yeah, and so he was there with Daniel Baldwin speaking, because they're going to be
Mhm.
bringing movies to El Salvador, Bitcoin City, and all these things. So I mean, NFTs can be anything you can
Yeah.
attach to a digital representation. What you do with it is what gives it value. Because I mean, I'm very impressed with these monkeys that they sell for millions of dollars. you know,
That
and that
can't
kind
go
of
on
stuff.
forever.
Yeah, exactly. I'm very impressed that they're able to do that. But we're not about that. We are about NFTs with
Mhm.
actual utility, NFTs that are going to last, and they're going to be part of an economy. So it's not something that it cannot lose value overnight.
Mhm.
Especially if we keep doing and adding more partners and developing Polka City.
Are there any other big partnerships coming up that you can let us know about, or is it all kind of under
Yeah,
wraps right now?
yes. I don't like mentioning names
Mm.
because it's delicate, especially when you say we have a partnership with X person, and we're going to invest in this land, for example, and suddenly it
Mm.
comes out in the media, Carmelo is going to play for the soccer team in that team, and he's going to
Right.
people add so many things, and collaborations. Sometimes collaborations, they call them partnerships. They're not partnerships, they're collaborations, right?
Yeah.
And there's, I mean, so I like to land things as they are, and once they are signed, then we can talk. But
Yeah.
we are working as always with additional top tier exchanges. We are oh, that's always going to happen. It's like, and I don't take care of that part. I don't deal with that. I don't like to deal with the I don't like to deal with the tokens
Yeah.
and marketing. I don't like that. I let that the other guys. Uh, um, but I know they're working hard on that. Uh, um, I don't know what they're gonna do when we are in all exchanges. I think they're gonna have to get another job.
Yeah. No
But
kidding. I mean, you've got too many other important things going on anyway. What
yeah, yeah.
one important thing that we did touch on a second ago was you flew down to El Salvador and you met up
Yes.
with Nayib Bukele, the I guess in some circles the infamous and in other circles the famous Nayib
Oh man, I
Bukele,
love the guy.
president of El
I love the guy.
Salvador. Yeah, how'd that go?
I love the guy. I love the
Yeah.
guy. I mean, I gotta tell you, the first impression I got when I walked to the honor room that they call it
Mm.
is, you look at him and you're like, he's not real. He's too perfect. Is this person that's
Really?
standing there like, I mean, like perfect beard, perfect, I mean, perfect. It's like you can't believe somebody. I guess I was starstruck, right? so
Yeah,
so
it seems that way.
yeah, seems a little bit. So no, but then I mean, we sat and spoke, and very very smart person. He's gonna take Salvador to places. His building of Bitcoin City and his Bitcoin as a legal tender and all that. It's not just something that, you know, we are gonna do this now and this. That's those part of the blogs where he's taking El Salvador to independent economy. And in the future, you know, this is something that's going to take some time, but El Salvador is going to become one of the top places in the planet for the cryptocurrency industry. And with a leadership like that, it's going to happen. So we sat down, we talk about NFTs, we talk about you know, the metaverse, right, and all this. So we gave him an NFT, a one of one. We did a one of one presidential NFT of President Bukele,
Yeah.
and all the community was, I want to buy it, I want to buy it. I said, no, guys, it's not for sale. It's a one gift for the president.
Yeah.
So that NFT, he was so happy, you know, when he saw that, he light up, you know, it's like, what is this, you know? So we're going to have the Bukele Plaza in Polka City with his statue, and that's
cool.
his NFT. And when he joins the game, that statue is going to come alive, and he's going to jump out of the thing, and he's just going to be able to play, walk around, and do whatever, you know, like all of us in the city. But you're going to see all the avatars, but you're going to be able to see Bukele with his hat and his jacket, and you know, and when he looks out of the game, the statue just comes back up, you know.
So everybody will know when he's around. Are you sure that's why he's going to get bothered by everybody?
If you go to the park and the statue is not there, you know he's somewhere.
He's going to start having to disguise himself in the metaverse.
Oh, yeah, that's going to be very difficult. But I guess, I mean, he's going to have to just, you know, try. I mean, it's at least he can turn off the computer. If he goes too crazy, he can just turn off the computer.
That's the thing about the metaverse, right? You can always just literally pull the plug.
Yes, he can do that. He can do, you know, like Ready Player One. He can just take the headset off and go.
Yeah.
Which is another thing. We partner with a VR company. We're doing the partnership with a VR company. So by the end of the year, we should also be VR and present in VR's game places where they're going to feature Polka City for people to get on it at those places.
So virtual reality, as in just the full headset, like an Oculus or something.
Yes.
And able to walk around.
Yes, everything that we're doing, if you look at Polka City, the graphics and everything, and it's being made from the beginning, thinking that we are heading to VR. So everything is built that way.
And behind you, I guess that's visually, I guess you got it on a green screen or a blue screen. That's
one of the first
behind you.
That's one of the first alpha versions of the city before, you know, one of the screenshots when I first saw it, and it was like, oh, amazing screenshot.
And there's definitely a particular style to Polka City. Where does that stem from? Where did those ideas come from for you?
Yes, that's me. I mean, the first Polka City was design. It was me playing with Unity, and you know, the developers follow the color scheme and everything that I set up for them.
Pink, is pink your favorite color?
I don't know why, but it's sometimes pink, sometimes purple, depends.
Yeah. What's the pink and purple are like just those very retro wave, synth wave, kind of cyberpunk colors, right? So they suit the metaverse culture.
Yes, and that's true. And also the idea that we are everything you're gonna see in Polka City is based in islands. So we're gonna develop islands and more islands and more islands, and you're gonna move across the islands by boat, by plane, whatever. But so we're basically islands. Once we fully develop an island, like we developed the first one, another island is coming, and once we develop that one, another one and another one. So we're gonna keep adding islands down the road.
Amazing. Sounds like what Singapore does, which is where I just moved from. They keep adding
Oh
little
yeah.
islands around, just
So
building stuff
yes,
around. Same thing.
that's it. Yeah, so that, I mean, that's what we're gonna do. It's so we have people approaching us like, okay, but so I want to buy the entire island. You know, we sell the islands with MetaPlus, and the MetaPlus you're gonna develop your businesses and do all these things. But we have like, no, I want a whole island. You know, and we go, you know, why do you want the island? So we had,
Yeah.
if you want a whole island, you have to develop it first, and then come to me and say, this is our island and what we're gonna develop. So in the meantime, the other metaverses that are joining us are in the form of buildings. These buildings, you walk into the building and you can have everything there, or it can be just be a portal to their own thing. You just open another Web3 world where you're in the other metaverse.
Right. I guess there really is no limit, I guess, to as big as it can go, right? Because you're not subjected to really natural resources or actual land. So you
Exactly,
just
exactly.
kind of,
Well,
yeah.
although we are heading that way too, we are doing some partnerships where where some of the meta plots will actually include real land in a place that we're setting up.
Oh, cool. Oh, that's super
Yeah,
neat. So you guys are venturing out into the real world as well.
exactly. That's, I want to blur this thing. I
Yeah,
want to
man.
blur it. I want
And
to.
that's the way it's all
I want.
heading, I guess, anyway, right? Like it's
Mhm,
all
mhm.
everything. It's just there's this crazy transformation occurring super quickly, to
Exactly.
be honest.
Yeah,
Um,
and while other places are selling you a land, virtual land, and they tell you, you bought the Empire State Building, you
yeah.
bought this thing over here. We're not playing. When you buy this land and you tell you it's land, you can go there and you're gonna have a title, and this is your land. You
Yeah.
can build, you can do whatever.
Yeah, I guess it doesn't really matter what industry you're in, whether it's real estate or the film industry. Like this tokenization and blockchain technology, it's just changing the
Mhm.
way all these things can go down. Like, I mean, I've been watching
Exactly.
a lot of talks and seeing how people are funding films and making films utilizing NFTs, and it's just first of all, it's a little overwhelming at first because it's a big learning curve because it's so different than what I'm accustomed to.
Mhm.
But also, you see the
Mhm.
possibilities with all of it.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's not a full definition for people who are starting to try to understand what an NFT is. I tell them, think of an NFT as a unique one of one entire cryptocurrency, but instead of just having a price, it can have as many characteristics and descriptions as you like. So that's how, you know, for people to understand, to start, you know, understand NFT.
Yeah.
Oh, so you mean it's a cryptocurrency? Well, somehow like a cryptocurrency, but what's the difference? Cryptocurrency, you can have many of the same token, right? The
Mhm.
same thing. And NFT is one, and whoever owns it owns that cryptocurrency with its description, characteristics. Is it a video? Is it a song? So we're turning cryptocurrency into many things.
Yeah.
That's I mean, the way that I have found I'm able to explain it to many people so that they can get an NFT real quick. So then they go, but how about that monkey that's selling millions? I said, yeah, my point exactly. You know, my
That's
point
true, man.
exactly.
I think that's the perfect remark to kind of end this on, because the way you summed up kind of what tokenization through NFTs and cryptocurrency was beautiful. So yeah,
Thank
man.
you,
I
thank you.
don't do you have any closing remarks about what's going on or anything like that?
All right, so I mean, um, keep you know, join us and watch us making amazing things with partners. Watch
Mhm.
partners in Polka City make it happen. Come join us in Miami for the Crypto WorldCon happening in April 1st and 2nd in Miami. So it's gonna be a nice conference. We're gonna have a lot of presenters. We're gonna have some nice boat parties and stuff. You know, come join us and be there.
Yeah, not gonna lie, love Miami.
Come down. We're gonna have a nice event we're sponsoring, We're gonna
Sweet.
see friends there. Everybody from Polka City community is flying down. I mean, it's gonna be
Okay,
really good.
shoot. That's a hard invite to pass up, my friend. I may just have to do that. Carmelo, thank you so much, everybody. Carmelo Milian of Polka City, the brains behind the entire metaverse operation over there. Amazing things you guys are doing. Thanks again so much for joining us, man. Appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.